Stourbridge there, who's a doctor at the Harvard-affiliated McLean Hospital in the States. It's 5 to 6.
More than 1,200 people have cancelled their regular donations to Oxfam over a 3-day period as more claims about a sexual misconduct scandal emerge. It's far higher than the average 600 cancellations it gets over a full month. Well, 5 Live Money's Danny Hewson is with us. It's a mixed picture, Danny, because there's also been a rise in gifts to the charity.
Yes, that's right. Oxfam said yesterday it received 78 single gifts, which is the highest number of single gifts on a day since the start of the year. But of course, they've confirmed 1,270 direct debit payments were stopped across Saturday, Sunday and Monday, worth about £12,000 a month. The charity, of course, at the centre of allegations that staff working for Oxfam in Haiti and other countries paid vulnerable people for sex. And I think givers are conflicted. They don't want to see vulnerable people miss out, but also they're deeply unhappy about what's been going on at Oxfam. It is a bit of a conundrum, and Dan Flusky is Head of Policy and Research at the Institute of Fundraising. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Dan.
So, it does seem that on the one hand we're seeing cancellations, on the other people's giving more. Why are people acting in different ways?
Well, all of the people that give to Oxfam will have their own sense of the story, they'll have their own relationship with the charity, their own thoughts about the cause. So people will always kind of react differently. I think the important thing is that whatever people are doing, it's probably because they actually really care about the charity and they care about the cause. So as you've heard, people are actually giving. Some people are giving more. Some new people are giving to Oxfam now, which is fantastic. Because you can see they're still caring about the organisation and they want to make sure that the people who really need the help in countries around the world are going to get it.
I suppose that many other charities will be wondering whether or not this is going to impact on the way that people give to charity in general.
Yes, I think most charities will be thinking, will there be a knock-on impact? Actually, there was a public poll that was released today which showed that almost 90% of people said they didn't have a more negative opinion of charities in general. So I think this is something where, if you are in the charity sector, of course you're thinking about transparency, about communicating with donors, but I don't think we'll never take donors for granted, but I also think we shouldn't underestimate their commitment to our causes.
Some people that have cancelled their direct debits have expressed extreme anger at Oxfam, particularly because they feel potentially that this was covered up. Do you think that Oxfam can repair its reputation and rebuild trust here?
I think they can. It's going to be difficult. They've got a long road ahead, but I think if they do the right things, now the things that I think that we've been hearing and seeing them do over the last few days, fully committing to working with the government, fully committing to working with the Charity Commission, unreservedly apologising to all of its donors and to people that are affected by this. I think they can repair it, but it will be a road ahead. But I think people will be prepared to give them a chance to put this right.
Because, of course, Oxfam, people who give to charity expect these organisations to be whiter than white. They're held to a higher standard of trust.
Yeah, they are. People really expect a lot of charities. The way that charities work should be to really high values and expectations. And when you give to charity, it's not like buying a product, buying something in a shop where you get something tangible back that you could return. You're doing it because you believe in the cause and you're doing it because you trust the organisation that you're giving it to. So it is different there for charities, and we do have to make sure that how charities are working, it's not just about their cause, but whatever they're doing, whether it's fundraising, the way that they manage their volunteers, or the way they deliver their aid or their services, that we do it to the best possible standards.
Okay, Daniel Flusky, Head of Policy and Research at the Institute of Fundraising. Oxfam have said that they're grateful for the support of people and that want to continue to help millions of people worldwide, that they don't suffer as a result.
Thank you, Danny. Danny Hewson there from 5 Live Money.
In the next few minutes, we will speak to Gregory Campbell of the DUP to try and find out why those talks with Sinn Féin to restore power sharing at Stormont have collapsed despite the positive vibes early this week.
And as the Ad Industry Times guidance on betting adverts, we ask a reformed gambler what his trigger points were.
First for news and the best live sport. This is BBC 5 Live.
It's 6 o'clock on 5 Live. This is Drive with Tony Tony Livesey and Anna Foster.
Our main story tonight, the DUP says there's no current prospect of restoring power sharing for Stormont.
Significant serious gaps remain between ourselves and Sinn Féin on issues especially around the Irish language, but also the failure of Sinn Féin to exhibit respect and reciprocate respect for the Unionist and British identity.
In sport, make them suffer. The message from Liverpool striker Roberto Firmino ahead of their Champions League last 16 first leg in Porto.
And it's a shorter drive tonight, just half an hour to go, because we're making way for sport at 6:30 to bring you all the build-up to our commentary game tonight. FC Porto against Liverpool, and regular updates as well from Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain.
This is BBC 5 Live.
The BBC News then on 5 Live tonight, the latest round of talks aimed at restoring a power-sharing government in Northern Ireland have broken down. The leader of the DUP says there's no prospect of forming a deal with Sinn Féin because of differences over the Irish language. Here's our reporter, Keith Doyle.
Reading between the lines of this, Arlene Foster is saying in a way that maybe it's time now for London to take back direct rule. Now, the British and the Irish governments, that's really the last thing they want to do. They want the power-sharing executive back up and running in whatever way, shape or form it can possibly be in. They do not want direct rule.
Well, Sinn Féin says it worked in good faith to security and blames the DUP for the collapse. A builder has been found guilty of the kidnap, rape and murder of his 20-year-old niece. Celine Dukran was killed by Mujahid Rashid last July in South London. He then locked her body in a freezer. The 33-year-old was also convicted of trying to murder a second woman. DCI Sam Rice read a statement on behalf of Celine's family.
I hope Mujahid Rashid, when he's in his prison cell, will reflect on his actions. But the arrogance he has displayed to date means I do not hold out much hope of that happening. We are pleased with the verdict and the sentence, but we would like our final words to be about our wonderful Celine, our beautiful, caring, funny and intelligent daughter.
There are going to be tougher rules around betting adverts to try and protect vulnerable people. The guidelines from the Committees of Advertising Practice will restrict ads that create an inappropriate sense of urgency. Professor Leighton Vaughan-Williams is from the Nottingham